I have 3 games in mind. This one against Riven, the one against Scion, just because I don't know how to trade against Scion early game. That's the main point. I basically like
Scion's
shit
hard.
myself on lane.
Yeah. No,
And the Gwen one.
Scion's a hard matchup for JAX. So, can you see?
Wait, I need to close off my
Okay, cool.
Okay, I can see. Yeah. Let me get my document on the side so I can comment on what I did. Okay. Alright. Okay.
All set?
All set up.
Alright,
Yep.
sweet. So the first thing is, you probably should take bone plating into a champ like Riven. I don't
Okay.
know how often you take...
Not very often. I do it against Set, obviously.
Yep.
I thought about going it against Garen, but what I don't like about bone plating against Riven is her proccing it with
Yeah,
first
just
Q
doing like
online.
a Q3 and then walking away. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep, that can happen.
but you still think it's good against Riven just for
I do,
all-ins?
yeah. It
Okay.
doesn't, not necessarily for the level 1, but just as the game
Yeah.
goes on, I think it's pretty
Okay.
valuable. Alright, so
Sure.
we see Riven on
So,
jungle camp, and so you start
I
to push.
I start to push. I see Riven invading Talon at my Raptors.
Mhm.
So I just try to take a heavy push because Riven is really scary level 1.
Yep.
So I don't make her lose many minions, but my main point is just to get Prio on lane.
Yeah, and this is good. You get
Okay.
Prio, and then you're just slow pushing. This is solid.
I don't really do 3-wave crash often now.
It's hard.
Because I'm afraid of like fucking it up. And I prefer most of the time going the safer way and doing 2-wave crash.
The one thing, if you are going to do like the 2-wave crashes, I would say it's better to do it a little faster.
Yeah, a little faster, so
Right,
it bounces back.
Yeah, because then the third wave will bounce back more in this area instead of down here.
Yeah, I think I was too focused on maybe she's gonna do a spacing mistake and I can cue her a bit.
Yeah. So we get our Q.
And here, I was like, I'm never going to get them.
So this is what I was going to tell you. The thing with taking Prio against Riven that I don't like is it feels really hard to actually win once you're in this position, right? Like once the wave comes out, right here, it's hard to actually beat her in my opinion. I think Riven wins at this state.
Yeah.
Like we aren't strong enough to stop her from getting this push back into us and hitting level 3 first. I mean, I guess potentially you could come here and just start autoing these minions immediately.
Sometimes what I do if I manage to crash it properly is I try and take one aggro of a melee minion, which when he's under tower you can make
you
him
drag
like,
it out to here.
Yeah, you drag it out.
Yeah.
But I don't know how to do it consistently. I don't know if you have a trick for this, but
I don't do it very often, to be honest. That's probably something I should do more often. Alright, nice ward hop. That was gonna be a rough trade. One thing you could have done differently here is when you see her use her Qs to clear these minions, you could just walk up and start autoing these minions while her Q's down, right? Like you kind of play back a lot here, which pretty much gives her the slow push, right? Because what Riven wants to do is push this wave faster than you kill her minions, so she gets level 3 first, and then she can push it to the rest of the lane. But when you know her Q's down, you could 100% be standing right here and start autoing these minions to get your grasp going and also get your passive up. And if she tries to walk up, you just use your E to either chunk her
or chunk the wave
and to push the wave a little bit, right? And then you can kind of fight for the push and get level 3 first.
Okay, yeah, I don't do it that often because I'm afraid of like not being able to crash the wave even with that and getting frozen on and on, like not frozen but like being stuck on this side of the lane.
Yeah,
but you still think it was good here to try and take the push.
Yeah, level 1 you kind of have to if she's gonna move away like she did. And then okay, nice Talon games. That's really good. God, Riven champ is so fucking strong. It's crazy.
Yeah, she almost killed Talon. If you watch the clip, she almost killed him. And I think I could have played that a bit differently, maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe flash a bit later.
Oh, do you die?
And here, yeah. So I explain it in my documents. Basically, when I put my ward in the river, when I think I crashed wave 2, I just saw Nafri at Raptors, but that was my mistake. I didn't press tab, and I thought she was passing bot lane.
Yeah.
So I graded a bit for the minion and died because of it, but this is a mistake I need to fix. It's just like press tab, I see that she has 8 CS and she's on Raptor, meaning she goes topside. But
yeah, I mean that, and even like you see her right now, she's on vision. As soon as you see this, I think if you just right click here, you live. I think you just didn't see her.
yeah, I didn't see her.
Yeah, but that's alright. This is still really good for your lane. Wave is fine.
Yeah.
We don't miss anything really.
Yeah, I should have died faster to be honest, so I can TP back and get more minions.
Alright, not bad. One thing I want to ask you, do you ever consider going refill potion over a longsword? Have you ever thought about doing that?
Over a longsword?
Yes.
Doesn't happen often, but I see why you say that into Riven, so...
Yeah, not only into Riven, but yeah, really just any hard matchup, because this basically gives you 200 health in this laning phase, which is a lot more stats than one longsword.
Okay, it does one longsword again.
Which can make it worth it.
Yeah, I never consider it. Okay.
Yeah. Which, I don't know, that's like 500 gold worth of stats, 200 health.
Yeah, because
every time you're in lane, right? So refill pot is really strong. It's something you really should make use of on your first reset whenever you can.
Okay.
I've been doing that recently, like prioritizing a refill pot over like a longsword.
I guess you could go dagger and refillable.
True. Yeah, that could work too. Or what would be better is glowing moat and refill.
Yeah. Oh yeah, glowing moat is good on JAX. I don't buy glowing moat so that often because I'm used to playing set and it's the worst item on him.
I mean, yeah, buying glowing moat sucks, but it's nice because then you don't need 900 gold when you recall. Like you could finish this crash, have glowing moat, and then recall and have sheen. By the end of this crash, you would have 650 gold.
By the way, I love like Cosmic Insight on TP.
Right? It's so nice,
so
dude.
Good. It's so good.
You get to TP 3 times in one laning phase. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's really good.
Alright, we're slow pushing.
Yeah, I think nothing happens until 8:20.
Did you mess this up at all? Oh no, not really. You kind of do occur slow push. Unlucky timing them. This is kind of a weird spot to be in. I don't know. You're level up.
Yeah.
So
would you have like crashed the previous wave or?
This was good. Yeah, this was solid.
Yeah. Trade's not good. It's really hard to play in like this position.
I agree. So I would just let her push in here probably.
Yeah, a rough level would be good.
Okay. Yeah, Talon definitely bails us out a lot in this one.
Yeah. Should just play really bad to be honest. I mean that was done this.
Really good recall too. That's solid. Okay, at this point, do you have shield? Yeah, you do. Then you kind of just beat her ass. Nice.
She just messed up a whole lane. She was not really good.
No, she wasn't. This is really fucking solid. Hell yeah. I mean, so far, you haven't really made any mistakes.
Yeah, as I said, this game I'm winning lane, so laning is not really the problem. As mid game, I end up winning the game and I played fairly well, but there must be some things I do wrong.
Yeah, we'll take a look at the mid game. Yeah, overall. I think
here
this was a bad recall.
Yeah, here it's 8:20, right? Oh no, it's 9:30. Yeah, I get a grid plate fully knowing I will lose a full normal wave and allow Riven to get in the proxy position here. But this gives me Trinity, so I don't know.
So I think one thing I would prefer you do here is when you recall like this, I want you to watch. before teleporting immediately,
Yeah.
you should watch to see if she fast pushes or slow pushes, right? Because if she doesn't fast push, you shouldn't really TP here. Yes, you might lose 1 to 2 melee minions, but that doesn't matter as much once you're level 7 and you have a lead like this, right? It would be better to hold our TP and just run back to lane, and then have it for a time when we actually need it, like right here. I mean, this is just kind of greedy to go for if you have no teleport.
Yeah.
Because you get the plate, but then you end up resetting and you lose an entire wave, which kind of sucks.
She gets in proxy, but I get Trinity on this. So my question is, would you have done it? Like if you get Trinity on these 2 plates or not?
Yeah, so going for the plate is good. What was bad was just the TP level 7.
It's just the TP. Yeah. Okay, just the TP, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So like whenever you're, I would say past like level 6, level 7, it doesn't matter as much to TP right on the wave and get like every single minion. Instead, in that situation, you just want to watch and see if she fast pushes. If she fast pushes, then TP. Okay. But if she's just going to slow push or barely hit the minions, then there's no need to TP.
Okay.
Because then you would have gotten the plate, reset, teleported back, and you missed no minions through doing that. Alright, we have Trinity now. We're super strong. At this point... Okay.
Yeah, what
I think you can play a little more aggressive at this point. Just because you're so far ahead and she's so weak. Like, when you have this big-ass wave that you're crashing here, you can 100% just walk in and get a Demolish proc and take a plate.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Basically, all you do is you walk at her, you let the Demolish go, you pop your E, W,
E and I jump out.
Hit this and then stun her and Q away. And that's just, like, that's JAX's, like, bread and butter for pushing a lead, is getting grubs. Or not getting grubs, sorry. Getting Demolish procs on tower.
Okay.
And taking plates. That's one thing. This is cool.
Yeah, here if you watch, I come to the tower just to get 2 minions and then come back to grubs, and I don't know, maybe I should have come instantly. Like they didn't contest, but that was kind of weird by me, I think.
I think if we go back here.
Yeah. Like here I see Riven crushing, and on the minimap I saw a lot of minions, but I guess it was grubs or something. I was like, oh, I could have stayed. I lost all the minions already, so...
Yeah, I think this is fine. I don't know if you need to like really commit to this so hard. Like, I think you can just walk here and just not E so early, first of all. This is a bad E. Instead here, you can just Q auto W, chunk Nefiri out a bit, and then like click back a little bit, right? Because you guys are pretty outnumbered up here. Like, there's 3 of them and 2 of you, right? And your team is just busy fighting mid. So you can kind of take it a little slower. I think you waste your ult a little bit as well. So overall, I think right here you could just like walk down and kind of scare them off and then walk back to your wave. So that Riven doesn't push it for free. But I would have done the same thing going up here.
Okay.
It is probably wrong though.
Yeah, okay.
But getting this XP is important. Like when you walk up here.
At least I like reposition and I can flank them with this, but yeah.
It ends up working out. It's no big.
Yeah.
So we get the grubs. Push some more. Good slow pushing. I'm trying to see if there's any like trade opportunities that you're missing. Like, I feel like you could be positioned a little more aggressively during all this. But I don't know, she's spacing you out pretty well. She's not letting you Q on her. But yeah, a good trade pattern into Riven is W to like buff up your Q, and then you just Q, and you usually can get your auto attack through. So it's like a WQ auto before she stuns. So you can definitely be like looking for that this entire time. If she ever walks up too close. I still give she's
I was gonna ask, is it worse to like QW here? Because I think I didn't position because I thought it was not worse doing.
This is good weak side. You know that if there's top. Solid. Nice. Shut the wave, take the tower. Good. Shut my wave, recall.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is all good.
The game begins.
1, 2, 3. She goes to proxy, but that's alright because we have minions, so we can take this entire tower probably.
Yeah,
nice.
she really messed up here.
Really good. And the Shadow Waves moving. The other W.
And I think what time is it? Okay, I go here. I wanted to. Yeah, I buy lucidity boots here instead of steel caps.
Okay.
Would you have done the same? Because I'm really ahead and I'm like, okay, there is a lot of auto attackers, but they have a lot of mobility, so...
You should kill this
and
guy.
Here, yeah, here I don't fight. Okay, what we have done is if you look through my vision, I don't know if I have all the info. And I'm like, my team is already doing Drake and I have a shutdown, so
yeah, I mean,
knew
this is the most consistent play you can make, is just word hopping away and playing safe. So this is good. I have no problems with this. Honestly, you've played all of this really well so far. It's been a really good game.
Yes, so far it's good, but you'll see.
Okay, that was a really bad teleport.
Okay.
I also... I dislike how long it took you to get back to your lane here. Right? Like, yeah, you see Ezreal top lane. Karma resets. You should just be pinging that you're coming top here.
Yeah.
And kind of take over top lane immediately. You kind of walk around here for a while and waste a lot of time. Like, I don't really know what you're doing this whole time. Finally, we come top and we shove the wave. Walk in a river. This is good. Walk away. Team's on Drake, so we're just kind of chilling. Take this, red buff. I don't like going mid here.
Yeah, okay.
I think you should walk to top here. Even though the wave shoved in, or just go and do Atacon with your team when you see enemy team making a play bot.
I think it's good that you pointed out this, because this is a bad habit of mine, is when I want to TP somewhere, I end up like clicking towards
you walk like
the area.
halfway and then you TP?
Yeah. I end up clicking towards the area because I want to go there, even though I know I'm going to TP and I should go top here, so you're right. And I just noticed this.
And also, like, you like always want to be in this area for the most part. Like, I think you just spend a little too much time kind of just walking around here doing nothing. And then this is a really bad teleport.
Yeah.
If you like look down here and you see Yone and Karma pretty low, they're probably gonna die to this side. Like, this is a really bad TP. Imagine if instead of taking the red buff, you had moved this way,
I could have taken that.
And then you see Riven here, you could have been pushing this entire time, and that allows your talent to get Atacon for free. One of the biggest things that will propel you from Masters to Challenger and higher elos is to spend more time in side lane. Like, when you get a lead, focus on really just abusing the Riven and putting as much pressure inside as you can, and then teleport, like, use that pressure to get objectives with your team, right? You don't want to be teleporting like this because, okay, let's say you TP here, right? And let's say it goes a little better, because I think you end up just walking away. Let's say it goes a little better and you get like 2 kills here. I mean, what does that really get you? Right? Because chances are you're not going to kill them and like get this tower before someone comes to match. And so using your teleport just to get like a kill or 2 at this stage of the game isn't worth it. When instead you can pressure side lanes and then use your teleport to secure objectives that actually win you the game, right? Overall, though, it's not terrible because you end up being bot lane, which is kind of where we want to be. But yeah, I think your best choice would have been to just go back top.
Yeah.
And or help your talent just take Atacon for free, right? Oh, we end up taking
Here I ping Yone away. Okay, here can you put 15 seconds earlier and put pause, because what would you have done here?
Run bot.
Yeah. Okay, you would have run bot.
I don't care that you don't have TP. Yes, I don't care. Because Atacon isn't an objective that you just group up 5v5 and take, right?
Okay.
Like, Atacon takes so long, and it does a lot of damage that people throw the game often taking this objective. So what would be better is if you just run bot, like, because your team's in no position to try to take this anyway, right? Talon's bot side, Karma just got off map, Ezreal's like mid. And so, why would we run to Atacon when instead we can just push all the way down while Talon farms his camps or whatever? We can push Riven all the way into here. We can pressure this because we're really fucking strong, right? Like we can do a lot of damage to Riven, and then, you know, if our team starts fighting, we can just push her in. She has to answer our waves, and we can just rotate and walk up the map, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Is a much better play. So spend more time inside, even when you don't have TP. If it was, let's say this was Dragon instead. Like, let's say it was Dragon spawning, and you were considering going top with no teleport.
Yeah.
It's correct to run to the Dragon, right? Because Dragon is a objective that people just 5v5 around as soon as it spawns, and they take it, right? But Atacon is an objective that is like, you win a team fight or you win a skirmish, and then you take it afterwards.
Okay.
And so there's no reason for you to run top and group here to like force this.
All right.
I don't know. That's not working out, but realistically, like, Orianna should not die here.
Yeah, it's not because it works out.
Yeah.
It's good. Okay. Yeah, here just.
You're not dying.
No. I was fully expecting like my team to come, which is my bad. Like, just missed my bad.
Yeah, cause you're out here. Like right here, there's no way you ever die. You can just like click away and they'll never kill you.
Because Talon was in like top side at one point, so I really wanted to like bait a long fight into me, and I didn't know when to. This was fine. It's just that at one moment I Q in again, and that sealed the deal, and I died. So that's completely my bad here.
Yeah, right here.
Like here, I could just go away. Here even I could go away.
Yeah, you could still queue out this entire time. This guy just can't.
That's just me.
He can't get enough, dude. He just keeps going.
So that's really my bad.
Yeah.
Fix this.
Alright, yeah. So that's a really bad death. You never want to die like that. And this is why I say, like, there's not a great point grouping like this for an objective like Atacon, right? Like, it just goes back to fundamentally the best thing for you to do here is be bot and just pressuring this tower, right? Because you can just if their team comes to answer you, then we get Atacon for free. If they don't, you can just ignore Riven and take this tower in her face, right? You're strong enough with your arm guard and 2 item advantage. You're strong enough to just take this tower in her face, right? So yeah, that's like the biggest thing is when you walk out top with Yone, that's just a mistake. You always want to be opposite the objective if it's not an objective that gets taken immediately, right? Like, it's the same idea with Baron. People don't just, when Baron spawns, people don't just like 5-man walk at it for the most part. It's usually like they toy around in this area, the teams go back and forth fighting for vision and stuff like that. And so even if you don't have teleport, you can go bot, you can push the wave all the way out, and then you can look to walk up and get a flank and make something happen, which leads to you taking the objective. Does that make sense?
Yeah, sure.
So that, running out top plus your teleport bot were both macro mistakes that you'll want to fix. Just really spend more time inside in the side lane once you have an advantage.
It's funny you say that, because even I watch a lot of people playing, and this is a common thing, even challenger players, they watch the rank 1 playing, like rank 1 top lane playing, and their conclusion is they need to spend more time inside lane.
As in the rank 1 player like, spends more time inside?
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you ever watch TF Blade or I mean, even like some high elo EUS top laners like Raider or people like that, you'll notice that they really do spend a lot of time in side lane.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
So here, team dies mid, so get a tower, start to run. Oh my god, we are so strong here. I'm not dying in shit.
Yeah, here, greed for T3 gold.
So, yeah, when your team dies here like this, I don't think you can really go for this tower. You kind of gotta leave.
I think I could have maybe passed in their base. I could have escaped through their base.
True.
But I didn't
That's your best route, is like running this way or like queuing to this and then running across this way. But I think the best thing for you to do here would be to just walk up, right?
Yeah.
Like this is the whole idea of how you kind of use side lane pressure. Is you push a wave like this and then you can either keep pushing or you can walk up. But here it's probably best to walk up and help your team out. Alright, we end up dying. It's tough. Hopefully run out bot lane. Okay. Nice. You ping off.
I pinged you on off.
Yep, that's good. Lane, team fights, so we TP. This is...
Yeah,
Damn, you guys are throwing really hard as a team. Holy moly.
Yeah. To be honest, here I think it was not my fault if we watch the move. I think it was just Karma and Ezreal really spacing poorly. Because we could have won this really easily, I think. But I agree. I don't know what you think.
I think this is a good teleport. I have no problems with this teleport. It's good.
Yeah, I think this one was fine.
Yeah, this isn't your fault. That's a good team. Oh, they're not dying. Take care, which sucks. But the game's not over yet. Holy shit, Riven's level 16. Yeah, real shit on me.
Yeah. You want popping off.
Okay. Hold on. Make the map a bit smaller.
Yeah, I have the map really big.
No, it's my map. Dragon's up in a minute 20. So again, here, like, you should be top lane when you run out on the map at this point.
Okay.
Since Dragon is up in a minute 30. You don't want to run bot here.
Yeah, okay.
You want to run top and just push this in and create pressure here. Because you still beat Riven 1v1 at this point in the game.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Being bot isn't the worst thing either. I guess your idea is, like, you can kind of push waves in and then get Dragon. Yeah, but again, I think you're... Like,
whenever I don't have TP, I end up, like, being on the side where the objective is. But hearing you, like...
which is fair, but
there's
just so much time before this objective gets taken, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think... I don't know, from what I'm watching,
now on,
you spend a lot of time kind of just, like, running around the map, not really creating pressure, if that makes sense. Right?
That's good that you pointed out, because it's basically because I'm scared of my team inting. I know the right play is going on side, but I'm like so afraid of my team flipping a fight that I end up going mid. And you can see I try to go bot lane and I come back mid. But from now on,
that's fair.
I need to, like...
You gotta have more trust in them, first of all. And second of all, even if they do int, like if Talon goes and ints here, it's like... At least you get something on the other side of the map, right? Okay. You don't want to always, like, overgroup once you have a lead, right? The whole point of using your lead is to create 5v4s, to create favorable fights, right?
Yes.
The number one thing, if you're in Riven's shoes, what you're doing is exactly what she wants, right? She wants 5v5 fights. That makes it easier for her to play the game and for their team to play the game. Riven does not want to be matching you 1v1 in the side lane the entire game, because you'll be pushing her all the way to here, potentially killing her, and then you're able to just impact the map after and help your team after that, right? And so when you come out of respawn here, and you know there's 2 minutes until Dragon's up. Yeah, the correct play is, you know, Xayah's going to push us out, right? So correct play is to just go top, push this all the way in. By that point, so you'd be on the wave right now. And then, yeah, you can push it in, and once Dragon hits like 45 seconds until it spawns, then you can look to walk over and force a favorable fight. Or, if it's just Riven here, you can just stay top and take the inhib, right?
Yes.
But the whole point is that being in the side lane gives you options, whereas, like, you don't really have any options here. Like, you're not doing anything.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. Looks like we take some fights and they go kind of well. But this is what I mean. Like, it's just a lot less consistent to do stuff like this, right? Versus a correct, consistent play of being in the side lane more and forcing that 1v1 advantage. Because there's like a chance that this team fight goes bad and then all of a sudden you threw the game even harder. Luckily it goes well and you guys end up winning the game, so in hindsight that's good. But in a game where it's closer and your team can't just like beat them straight up, you're gonna need to be side laning more and using your 1v1 advantage more to create 5v4s and better fights and stuff like that. So that's the biggest problem I'm noticing with your macros so far. Does that make sense?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Alright, word. Do you have any questions so far? Or anything you wanna ask me?
No, I think that's pretty clear. I really wanted to like get your opinion on these mid-game macro decisions.
Yep. Yeah, so the two...
I'm gonna try and apply.
Yeah, the biggest problem... The biggest thing you did this game was... That was bad, in my opinion, was when you teleported bot. That's just, like, the type of play that you never want to make. Right? You want to be using your teleport in order to get objectives that win you the game in the mid to late game. Right? Because if we don't TP bot... I forget where it was. Was it around here?
I have it in
here?
my
Yeah, it's right
notes.
here. Right?
It's here.
Let's hypothetically say we don't TP bot, right? And instead we push top and we just keep abusing the side lane pressure we have. Well then, after you recall and everything, right? Then your teleport would still be up. You would have teleport, so then you can run bot. And you can actually pressure this and still be able to teleport and take the Atacon, right? So that teleport was the biggest thing that screwed you up this game.
Yeah, okay.
And I understand, like, when your TP's down, you want to run to where the objective is. And if it was Dragon, like I said, that makes sense. But when it's Atacon, it's dumb.
Okay.
So yeah, that's pretty much... That was the biggest macro mistake. Think about using your teleport to... make plays that get objectives, not just to TP to a random skirmish. That doesn't get you anything anyway. Make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. I think we can watch the the two laning phase that I failed.
Okay.
Because I think of matchup knowledge, because it's the biggest. Like to me, matchup knowledge is. It's like the final boss of any champion, because if you just don't know your matchup, you're never going to ahead.
That's all top lane is, right?
Yeah.
It's whoever knows the matchup better usually wins, you know?
Yeah.
Whoever
And I think I don't understand the Gwen matchup and the Scion matchup. The Scion matchup I played really bad, and the Gwen matchup I just played really passive because I didn't know where my trade opportunities were. So maybe you can enlighten me on this.
Yeah, let's watch it.
So level 1, for example. Okay, so I don't do it often, but I was AFK, like idling this game, because I was doing something else. But here, like, should I E here or not? I don't know.
So
I get her bond plating, but I have no pressure now.
The first mistake is that you're not up on the wave.
Yeah.
Right? When you're playing against Gwen, you want to be right up on these minions so that she can't stack her Q like she does here, right? So what she does, she autos twice and then gets a decent Q on you, right? Whereas instead, when this wave arrives, you want to be right on it and just start auto attacking it, right? And then if Gwen Qs you with no stacks, it doesn't matter, right? Like, who cares? It's gonna deal no damage. No need to use your E. And basically, you just stand on the wave on the minions, hitting them, stacking up your passive. And if Gwen ever walks up and tries to auto you, then you use your E and you fight her.
You don't ever go lethal tempo anymore, right?
Nope.
Like, ever? Okay.
Ever.
And would you have gone ignite here or not?
No.
I just love TP so much, so...
Me too. I like flash and TP too much to go ignite.
Okay.
Alright. Yeah, we end up getting prio still, which is good.
Yeah, I end up getting prio.
Yep. Then you do a 3 crush.
Yeah. I try and do it.
Good. Okay, here you need to be queuing on her.
Okay, even though she has full stacks, right?
No, like right here.
Yeah, okay.
Right here you need to queue on her. Right?
Force her to dash out.
Exactly. Like
can I put my I can even put my E, right? So
yeah,
it forces the dash out and I push the wave with it.
Exactly. You queue on her as soon as, like, she is not allowed to walk up to this minion like this. As soon, like, if I'm you, as soon as she's walking up like this, I'm queuing on her and I'm popping my E, right? Because all she can do is Q you back, right? It's gonna do like no damage. And then your E will stun these minions, and then you'll get level 3 after you kill 2 of them. Right? And especially here, again, right? Like, you want to be queuing on her immediately here. It looks so obvious when you watch it back, right?
Oh, yeah, it looks so obvious. Why didn't I do it? Okay.
Because, yeah, this kind of sucks, right? This is really shit. So you have to be really aggressive when you, when this next wave arrives here. You gotta be really aggressive. You can't let her hit the minions at all, right? Especially here. This is probably the best time to Q, right? You Q on her, you pop your E, she'll E away, and then you stun this entire wave.
Okay, let's say, hypothetically, I manage to crash the wave and, like, I get her HP, like, she's mid-life or something. What would you do after? Like, I crash the wave, I'm like mid mana and she's mid life, and I crash the wave. Do I TP? Do I stay? I don't know.
Yeah, so you get in a weird spot with this freeze, but you should be able to crash this. I think you're not like walking up and sitting on the wave often enough. Both last game against the Riven and this game, I think you're a little timid. Whereas like here, you could totally be standing right here autoing this minion, right?
Okay.
And if she wants to, you know, EWQ at you, yeah, you're going to take some damage, and you're just going to click away, and then once her W runs out, you can just Q on her and use your E and crash this wave, right? But instead, we kind of like...
Yeah, okay.
We kind of just stand far away, we Q backwards. This is good. Nice. Okay, yeah, but she ends up
just wasting.
Really chunking you out quite a bit.
And now, like, at this point, I'm like, okay, I played that pretty bad, I have no mana. And...
Oh, this sucks. Yeah. Yeah, you got bailed out.
Yeah, it's fine, but...
You got bailed out by your talent for sure. So yeah, if we look at that again, the biggest thing that you mess up with is just not playing hard enough to crash this wave. Because what we want to happen is that we crash this relatively fast, right? And then the cannon waves will meet like in a more neutral area, right? Yeah. But because you take so long to crash this, she's able to like pull the wave like this, which is a good play from her. And then we get caught in this kind of frozen position. Even here though, I think you just need to play a little more, like you need to auto attack minions more often, and really secure this crash.
Yeah, and here that was me queuing was really bad, and I have no mana. And...
You see how low she gets?
Yeah.
Imagine if here, right at this point here, this whole time, you were like autoing this cannon, right?
Yes.
Because all that needs to be on your mind right now is like level 4. I want level 4, right? And so you need to be hitting minions more often. But I don't know. As you've seen, or as you know, like this is a shit position to be in, right? And we got in this position because we didn't crash wave 3 fast enough. So that was the biggest mistake you made this lane. But alright, she ends up getting a slow push back into us. Sucks. This is really shit. You're so lucky Talon is here. Because otherwise your lane is over.
Yeah.
Nice mechanics though. That was good. Clear this. TP back. Push wave.
Bad E.
Bad E.
You see, the whole time I'm like so afraid of doing anything.
I mean, that's
Gwen.
not bad. So, once she has this and you use your E like this, I actually would prefer you to just like... That was good, but fully not trade with her here at this point. Right? Gwen is stronger in an all-in than we are with her ult, like at level 6. It's kind of hard to beat Gwen in a 1v1 with JAX. Alright. We start to slow push again.
He takes the plant. Okay, here.
She gets plant.
She goes for the plant, and I try to hard push the wave. I don't know what I did. It's like, oh shit, she's gonna take the plant, because I thought she was gonna forget. And I'm like, okay, maybe I can trust this in time, but I think it's like...
Yeah, no, this is...
Yeah.
I mean, you can do this, but you kind of have to Q on her right here.
Yeah.
You need that, especially if she E's like this.
If I Q on her, I die here, I think.
Actually, yeah, I think you do too. I agree. You don't have enough mana in order to. So yeah, you just want to slow push here.
Okay.
Right, but you're in this position because...
Yeah, because...
Once she got this push here, right? You're trading too much in this area.
Yeah.
Like, there is no world ever where you're going to be able to damage her enough in order to get priority on this wave and push it in, right? So instead, just chill. Just sit back here and let her push in and don't take damage and don't use mana, right? Because think about how much easier this bounce back is if you're not at this HP.
Yeah.
Right? If you didn't trade with her at all, you would be more like here. And then you'd hit level 7, you'd have more mana, you'd build up your slow push, and you'd be able to get the crash off.
Yeah.
But instead, you trade with her when she already clearly is able to push into your tower. And that results in you being, again, in this just shitty spot.
Yeah.
She pushes in. And the same thing keeps happening, right? And all of this is a compounded effect of you trading when she was pushing in at level 6. That's all this is. But yeah, regarding the fruit, you definitely just want to slow push. Even if she goes and takes the fruit, right? You want to build up a wave as big as possible. Because fast pushing just means she's going to get back and freeze it, and then you're kind of fucked. Wait, you end up killing her? What the fuck?
Yeah, she
Does she...
I think she Qs for nothing.
Oh,
yeah.
she Qs and then takes a tower hit. Oh, nice flash too. Really well played. That was good. Really good. Crash the wave.
I just got lucky this game, but yeah, I played lane.
All right, again, I don't.
Really scared.
I don't like that teleport.
Okay.
Right. This is one thing you could fix. From both games that I've seen so far, is it's only worth teleporting like this in the early game, in my opinion.
Yes.
Right?
Okay.
At this point, you know, you teleport to get like 2 to 3 melee minions when you're already level 9 and in the mid game, right? There's just no point.
Yeah. Okay.
It doesn't get you anything. And so it's better to just save your teleport for when you actually might need it, right? That's what we do here. We teleport and we just get chunked out and almost die.
Really,
you know?
It's really bad.
Yeah. Whereas we could have just walked back to lane. So it's only worth it to teleport straight back on the wave when it's like before level 6 or 7, I would say. After that, it kind of has diminishing returns because a few minions isn't the end of the world. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Your trading on JAX is really good, though. I must say.
I use a lot of mana. Like, I just picked up JAX because he got mana buffed. And I didn't play JAX before that, but that must have been really fucking bad because JAX has huge mana problems.
Yeah, he does. That's why some people like going mana flow banned. I think Cosmic Insight is too good. And Cookies.
Yeah, I just started with this and now I'm addicted, so I can't ever take mana flow. Cosmic Insight plus Cookie is just too good.
Okay, one macro thing.
Yep.
This is what a lot of high elo players do, and it's a really good tool.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Freeze the wave, let it push in, and then just keep it here, right? Because there's no like objective spawning here soon. There's no dragon. There's really nothing. So there's no reason for us to need to push up, right? And we can't push this fast enough to get plates anyway. And so the best thing you can do here, especially like when the enemy laner takes your tower, but they're not actually that much stronger than you or stronger than you at all, right? You guys are pretty even. The best thing you can do is just freeze the wave in this area, because if she walks up, it's like a scary place for her to be in, right? If Gwen was level 12,
like she's gonna roam.
Like it's less scary for her to walk up here. But when she's level 10 and you're level 10, Gwen does not want to be in this area with someone that she's even with, right? So if you just freeze the wave here, it's really good.
Yeah, I don't do it often, you're right.
Yeah, she'll lose this entire wave.
I'm afraid of my laner going roaming, but...
That's fair, but there's nothing for her to get.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, you're right.
And she'll lose this entire wave.
Yeah.
Which is a pretty big deal, you know? It's like a third of a level at this point in the game. Whereas instead, you just fast push the wave, and that just means she gets all these minions, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
So that's one that I learned to incorporate into my games recently is
yeah, I guess I wanted to go Drake, but that was shit. I had TP too, so instead of doing this...
This is awful,
I could have...
by the way.
Yeah, this is really bad.
Right, you walk down all the way here?
Yeah. Which
lets Gwen shove this wave in and reset. And then you teleport top as Drake is spawning. So, all this means is that Gwen can just run straight out here to Drake, right?
Yeah.
And like fight with her team, which it looks like is what happens.
Yeah.
And they get Drake and they kill everyone. Yeah, that's about what I would have expected to happen. So that's a huge misplay, macro-wise, is you do not want to be using your teleport to answer the other top laner when an objective is spawning in a sec and they still have teleport, right? Like that, you just fucked your team.
Yeah.
By doing that, single-handedly. So yeah, just freeze the wave. Once she takes the tower and there's like nothing to get on the map, just freeze the wave here.
Yeah, okay.
Makes it hard for Gwen to play the game. And then when Dragon starts to spawn, you can like slowly start to push it out, right?
You can push it out, TP and
yep, exactly.
Yeah. I think it's...
So we run back up, reset, let's chill. Run top. This is fine. $700 gold.
Yeah.
I guess you don't lose anything by recalling there, so it's chill. Again, I think you could have froze the wave here. Right? Yeah. It's boring.
Yeah.
It's really boring to do. That's like the one downside. It's boring and you don't really get to do anything. But I don't think we're really strong enough to push Gwen into tower and rotate anyway. And so it's better to just freeze the wave here, especially if your team's like topside or like you have this A-Soul who can roam really easily.
Yeah.
If you can freeze the wave here and force Gwen to run all the way up, right, into this like vulnerable area, it's really good. And also, since your teleport's up, if she does decide to roam, well then you can use your TP to get to the fight or whatever, right? But there's no objective on the map. So anytime there's no objective on the map and you don't think you're strong enough to like fight your enemy laner, just freeze it right in front of your tower. Just don't clear the wave. Yeah. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because then Gwen's got to run all the way up here. She loses minions. It's like one of the best comeback strategies after you've lost lane. Gwen TP's bot.
I didn't TP here because I don't have a But here I do something weird. Can you like put it in the real time and like zoom in to see how you would have played that team fight? Because at one point I remember I just Q away from Gwen because I'm scared and changed target, but I don't know if it was good.
Okay, stun Haxorr, kill him. And then here, you just want to hit Gwen this whole time. Yeah. No, this Q's bad. You just want to keep killing this guy. Your Kai'Sa dies because of it.
Yep.
Yeah. That's just like, you just gotta recognize that you're really strong here.
Yep.
And she just got stunned, like, your W will take her down to this HP, and then you and Kai'Sa can just kill her. Like, there's no way she's ever killing you here. So, yeah, no reason to kill away. Just kill the Gwen. Alright, not bad. Cut to reset. Hopefully run top. Good. They use that time to get Adicon. Sucks, lose for lose. You died.
Yeah, he just my bad. Just not recognizing that Gwen didn't walk up the whole game and she does now, and I'm like, okay, I can
and also,
fight here.
Just recognizing that the enemy team has insane priority mid and are all in this area, right? Like you guys see them here. You have to understand that you can't walk up on this wave, right? It's risky to do. So yeah, that's just a slight mistake that gets killed. Not great, but it's not game losing at least. Alright, we respawn soon. Hopefully we're on bot. Good. On bot. Favor Gwen a little bit, but yeah, you're never gonna beat Gwen in the 1v1 at this point.
Yeah, I just testing the weathers.
Yeah, for sure. Just catch top. Good TPs.
How hard is Gwen as a matchup? Like, is it even or like slightly Gwen favored?
I think it's, I'd say it's Gwen favor. I would rather play the Gwen side. JAX definitely is favored in lane though. JAX has a better laning phase, but yeah, when Gwen takes Ignite and like bone plating, it can be really hard. So again here, like, I don't know why walk down instead of just staying in the side and pushing harder, right? Because you guys know they're on Dragon. It's like, where else are they going to be? Your Alistar is top side. So like your whole team basically is shifting into the top side, which means you need to be pushing this wave in.
Yeah.
And potentially hitting this tower, especially because we know that Gwen has no TP, right? She had just TP'd here. Because I think you would have gotten this full tower here if you played there. So yeah, again, kind of similar to last game. Like I think in the mid game you kind of walk around too much instead of creating pressure whenever you can, right?
Yeah.
How do you guys end up winning this game?
Oh, we don't.
Oh, you lose this game? Oh, yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Oh, you lose right here. Huh.
Okay.
Yeah, that's tough.
Now.
So, yeah, the biggest mistake you made this game was when you pushed this out and then, like, roamed down and then teleported top.
Yeah.
And then Gwen was able to just recall and run straight out to the dragon. Or in another world, maybe she would have reset and teleported to the dragon and force a 5v4. That was what threw the game, right?
Yeah.
That threw the game. This right here.
Yeah.
Is when they kind of take control and start winning. And this should never happen. I think if you're here, you guys would have won a 5v5 fight for sure. But it's your fault that they end up getting a 5v4. Gwen kind of cooks your team here.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Asol is not happy with you.
No, I was not happy. And I was not saying anything because I knew I fucked up. I was just quiet the whole time.
Yeah, that's fair. Because, yeah, they're kind of right. That was, you're bad. So, yeah, that's one thing I'd like you to implement, if you, I know you said you were taking notes, is if the enemy takes tower, like, decently early, just freeze the wave right in this area if there's no objectives up, is the best thing you can do. If you're not strong enough to fight them and kill them, you don't want to be pushing out. You just want to turtle right here, make them lose some XP, and that's kind of how you can come back.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think the biggest thing is just like
Okay.
teleport usage, and not spending enough time inside lane.
Yeah.
And then obviously this game we made some laning mistakes that I think you.
Yeah, I need to fix it, but it's really I'm like waiting for every time you upload a video. I just pause every 5 seconds and I try to see why you queue in or why you auto, because I want to learn the matchup, because it's the biggest thing to learn, especially as JAX, because his laning phase is very precise. I don't think JAX is a really hard champion to play, but his laning phase is very technical.
His laning phase is hard, yeah. But once you master it, it's like one of the best in the game at the moment. But damn, that's cool. Appreciate it, man. Thanks. But, yeah, alright, we could take a look at the Scion lane real quick.
Yeah, real quick.
Yep.
I don't want to take too much of your time.
That's alright, dude. Let's see.
Yeah. Disclaimer, I know I played like really, really bad. First game of the day, and yeah, this was rough.
That's alright.
It's just me making mistakes on mistake on mistake.
So, Scion. Walk up, we auto bit.
Here's that. I don't know.
I mean, this is fine. This is how it should go. Get our Q.
Should I Q on him before?
Yes.
He's in range or no?
Now you should Q sooner, like right here.
Okay.
Like you should be You should be looking to Q on him whenever, since you're pushing into him.
I guess I was afraid if he takes E, don't I?
What if he like slows you with E?
Yeah, if like instantly E's me, gets out of the stern. I don't know. Maybe that's why I didn't do that, because I didn't see him using W.
You don't really need to be scared about that too much. The trick with Scion when you're playing JAX is you want to Q him like decently back in lane, right? Like when he walked up to this area, and then you literally just like keep walking at him the entire time.
Okay. Oh,
because he doesn't want to Q you until you start to walk away, right? So you kind of just like keep walking at him and keep auto attacking him, especially when you have push on the wave like this. But overall, this is fine. This is chill.
Yeah, would you take bone plating here? I didn't.
No.
No, okay.
Second one against Scion is cool. Because he can just do one Q like that and your bone plating's gone. Like so.
Oh, yeah, I did. Wow.
Yeah. You did take bone plating, but I don't think it's good. Yes, that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
That's not great. Still though, you should be okay here. You need to pop your potion. You still haven't popped your potion, but... Oh, tough. Why didn't you Q auto W here though? Out of curiosity. Oh, your W was down.
Let
okay,
me check.
never mind. Yeah, your W was down. That's fine. Just a little extra auto. If even here, you should still be able to get this crash. Tough.
My god.
That sucks. So
Can we see the trade where I got chunked? What did I do?
Yeah, I believe it's around here. So you Q in soon here, and I think it doesn't go there for you. He uses Q. Right. Okay. So that's your problem. Against a champ that has a stun like Scion, or not a stun, a slow. Sorry.
Slow. Yeah.
The JAX mechanic you want to use, right, is you obviously don't want them to slow you and then space out your E.
Yeah, just E.
And so you want to not W until after you stun them, right?
Oh, okay.
You want to just Q on him here, like here, right? If we slow this down, Q, and then just E immediately and walk with him.
Okay.
Right?
Oh, okay.
Because then when he stuns, when he slows you, you'll be like more on top of him here. And then you can stun auto W and then walk away, right?
Oh, yeah.
Instead, you Q auto W, which allows him to build this space, right? The W auto attack animation is what allows him to build the space away from you.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Right? So if you don't W and you just Q and E immediately and walk with him, then you would get the stun off. And then you can, like, auto W and walk away after you stun him. That makes sense?
Yeah, okay. I never do this, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how you play against champs that have, like, a slow like that. Like, Kale is one that comes to mind, right? Oftentimes, you're playing against a Kale, after she gets boots, you'll Q on her and pop your E, but she'll slow you and speed herself up and run away. And so you don't have time to W or auto attack, right? You have to Q and, like, pop your E immediately and walk with them. And then you stay in range to stun them, and then you can, like, auto W and whatever after, right? Slight mechanical thing. Taking tower hits is bad. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, you just got baited pretty hard there, huh?
Yeah. Every time, man. Every time. I'm like, what is he doing?
Yeah, what is this guy doing, man? What an idiot. That just dies.
Oh, he has W. Oh, shit.
This is something you'll get better at as you play more, JAX. I call it like playing in the pocket is like when you're in this area. Being able to weave in auto attacks without getting hit by towers like a special skill.
Yeah, I see you doing that often. I like the moment when I pose the most in your video is when you Q when the guy is just under tower but you don't take tower shot, and I'm like, I never would have queued here. I'm like too afraid of getting a tower shot. So you know the range really well.
Yeah, I don't know, it just comes with time, dude. I play this game a fuck ton. But yeah, I don't know, you could just take his flash here and not flash yourself. You also could have just Q auto W'd instead of like popping your E so early here. Right? Like when this guy is this low, if you just do a quick little like Q auto W with grasp, he'll die if he doesn't use his W, right? So you don't need to telegraph it so hard by using your E. Instead, just like Q auto W. If he like fights back, then you can pop your E, whatever. Yeah, that's tough. We just got baited and then Master killed us.
Bye-bye.
Is what it is. Alright, dude, that pretty much wraps up the time.
Yeah, I think it's done.
Yep. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned some stuff and found this valuable.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and apply everything you said.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy with the coaching. Thank you.
Awesome, dude. I'm glad. As always, just like type in the ticket or shoot me a DM on Discord if you have any questions or anything you want me to clear up. Like, I don't mind looking at stuff every now and then.
All right.
But yeah, thanks for booking a coaching session, dude, and good luck with your climb.
Yeah, sure. And do you have anything else to say? No, that was great.
All right.
I think I'm gonna let you be free.
All right, sounds good, man. Take it easy.
Okay. Bye
Have a
bye.
good one.